All right. Ready to unlock some serious potential today.
Always up for that.
Okay, awesome. So we're diving deep into Kabbalah and astrology today.
Sounds like a plan.
But specifically, we're looking at the 10 plagues of Egypt.
Ah, interesting.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Locusts, boils, rivers of blood.
Not exactly light topics.
But hold on, we're not talking about the literal plagues here.
Right. In Kabbalah, the 10 plagues are seen as archetypes.
Okay, archetypes.
Yeah, for internal struggles, those challenges we all face.
So less about ancient Egypt, more about, like, personal growth.
Exactly. Think of them as energetic roadblocks on your path to personal development.
Gotcha. I'm intrigued, but how does astrology fit into all of this?
Well, Kabbalistic astrology uses planetary influences.
Isn't that more about, like, fate being written in the stars?
Not necessarily. It's more about empowerment, not about a predetermined destiny.
So we have the power to overcome these plagues within ourselves.
Exactly. And understanding your zodiac sign can play a big role in that.
So by understanding these plagues and how they connect to my zodiac sign, I can actually, like, gain insights into my own personal challenges.
Yeah, and how to overcome them.
That's powerful stuff. But before we get into the specifics, can you give us, like, a quick Kabbalah 101?
Sure. Kabbalah, at its core, is about receiving spiritual knowledge.
Okay.
It's a tradition that predates organized religions.
Oh, so it's not tied to any specific religion.
Nope. It's more of a universal system of wisdom and emphasizes our free will to shape our own destiny.
So it's not about, predicting the future, but more about understanding ourselves better.
Exactly. And Kabbalistic astrology uses those planetary influences to help us understand our potential and the obstacles we might face.
I like that. Okay, so let's unpack these plagues as inner struggles. You mentioned eater plague corresponds to a distortion of the soul's attributes. Where do we even begin with that?
Well, let's start with the first plague, blood.
Okay.
This represents a distortion of trust. Think back to the Egyptians enslaving the Israelites. That's trust, twisted into dominance and control.
So instead of trust leading to, like, collaboration and harmony, it becomes more about power struggles.
Absolutely. Could manifest as needing to be right all the time, or always feeling the need to control situations and people.
Ouch. I can definitely see how that plays out in real life.
It's all about recognizing those tendencies within ourselves and finding healthier ways to relate to others.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Next up, we have frogs.
Frogs.
Now, frogs are kind of cute in a way,
Right.
but I have a feeling this plague isn't so charming.
Well, think about it. Frogs are cold-blooded, and they multiply rapidly.
Okay.
They represent a distortion of intimacy. Imagine swarms of frogs invading the Egyptians' lives.
Yikes.
It symbolizes a lack of genuine emotional connection and difficulty being present with others.
So it's not necessarily about being alone, but more about feeling emotionally detached.
Exactly. Even when you're surrounded by people, it's about recognizing those patterns of emotional unavailability and finding the courage to open our hearts to deeper connection.
That makes sense. Okay, so we've got twisted trust, cold intimacy. What about lice? Where do those little guys fit in?
Lice, they represent a distortion of humility.
Humility.
Oh.
But isn't humility a good thing?
It is, but when distorted, it becomes unhealthy submission. Remember, the Israelites were enslaved. Their spirits were crushed.
Yeah, that's a powerful image.
That's the image of distorted humility.
So less about being humble, more about letting people walk all over you.
Exactly. It's about recognizing our self-worth and having the strength to set boundaries and speak our truth.
All right, now we're getting to the wild beasts.
Wild beasts.
This one sounds a bit intense.
Well, they represent a distortion of ambition.
Ambition.
Ambition itself is powerful, but when unchecked, it can become destructive, harming others in the pursuit of our own goals.
So it's about how we use our ambition, right? Finding that balance between going after our dreams, but also staying true to our values.
That's it. Otherwise, we risk becoming like wild beasts, trampling over everything in our path. It's recognizing when our ambition is coming from ego and finding ways to use that drive for good.
For the greater good. I like that. Okay, next up is pestilence. This one seems to be about, like, loss and suffering on a massive scale.
It is, and it represents a distortion of compassion. It's that feeling of helplessness in the face of suffering, where compassion becomes silent.
So you feel sympathy but don't take any action.
Yeah, it's like knowing there's a problem but turning a blind eye.
Avoiding those tough situations.
Right. It's about finding the courage to move beyond sympathy into acts of compassion.
And to actually showing up. Okay, I get it. Now we come to boils. I have a feeling this one's going to be pretty uncomfortable.
Boils, those painful sores,
Ooh, yeah.
they represent a distortion of love.
Love.
Love turned into bitterness, resentment, anger. It's like an infection that spreads, poisons our relationships and lives.
So those grudges we hold on to that just eat away at us.
Yes. It's about forgiveness for ourselves and others, recognizing how holding on to negativity ultimately hurts us most. It's
Right.
about letting go and choosing love.
Yeah, makes sense. Next up, hail. Definitely not known for its gentleness.
No, it's not. Hail, that destructive force, represents a distortion of kindness or loving kindness.
So it's love, but it's become, like, hardened.
Yeah, frozen, unable to nourish others.
Like emotionally shutting down and withdrawing our love and support.
It's about recognizing those defense mechanisms and finding the courage to be vulnerable and open our hearts again.
Okay.
Got it.
Well, for locusts, I can already picture them like swarming, devouring everything.
Locusts, they represent a distortion of wisdom.
Wisdom.
They descend upon the land, devouring everything without discernment. It's a corrupted mind, one that clings to rigid beliefs, rejects new information.
So being closed-minded.
Exactly. It's about being open to learning and growing, willing to challenge our own assumptions.
Makes sense. Okay, now we come to darkness, often associated with fear, the unknown.
Darkness, the absence of light, represents a distortion of understanding.
Of understanding.
It's a closed-off mind, resistant to new ideas and enlightenment.
So trapped in our own limited perspective,
Mhm.
afraid to explore new possibilities.
Yes. It's about embracing new ways of thinking, being willing to step into the unknown.
I like that. And finally, we have the death of the firstborn, definitely the heaviest one.
It is.
Yeah,
This plague represents the ultimate distortion, loss of identity.
loss of identity.
The firstborn sons symbolize the future, the continuation of the family line.
Mhm.
And in this plague, that future is cut short.
It's a pretty stark image.
It's a reminder of what happens when ego goes unchecked.
So it's about losing ourselves in the pursuit of, like, material things.
Or external validation, forgetting who we are at our core. It's about remembering that true fulfillment comes from aligning with our soul's purpose.
Wow, that was quite a journey through the plagues. It's amazing how these ancient stories can still hold so much relevance today. So how do we actually connect these plagues to our own individual challenges?
It's where personal tikkun comes in.
Tikkun.
It's Hebrew for correction. In Kabbalistic astrology, your tikkun sign reveals the challenges you brought with you from past lives.
Past lives.
Those patterns and behaviors you're meant to overcome in this lifetime.
So like a cosmic roadmap for self-improvement.
You could say that.
I'm definitely ready to find my Tikkun sign and see what it reveals about me.
All right, well, before we dive into that,
Okay.
let's recap what we've learned. We explored the 10 plagues from a Kabbalistic perspective and saw how they represent those distortions of the soul's attributes, things like trust, intimacy, ambition, compassion.
Right, and these distortions, they show up in our lives as those negative patterns and behaviors, ultimately holding us back from our potential.
Exactly. And then we introduced the concept of tikkun, your personal correction, based on your astrological birth month.
And that's what we'll be exploring next. Are you ready to guide our listeners to their Tikkun sign?
Absolutely. Let's see what insights await.
Okay, grab your birth date, get ready to discover your Tikkun sign. If you were born between...
Hold on. Before we jump into the table, I think it'd be helpful to explain what each tikkun sign actually means.
Good point.
And how it connects back to the plagues. That way, when they find their sign, they'll have a deeper understanding of what it's revealing.
Yeah, give them the key to decode their own personal roadmap. Okay, let's do it. Let's start with the first Tikkun sign, Aries. What does it mean to have a Tikkun in Aries?
So, those with the tikkun in Aries, they tend to be fiercely independent, often to the point of stubbornness.
Okay.
And this stems from past life tendencies towards aggression, a focus on personal gain, and perhaps a quick temper. Their challenge this lifetime is to learn compromise and cooperation.
So balancing that fiery Aries energy with a bit more diplomacy and understanding, like taming that wild beast within.
That's a perfect analogy. It's about harnessing that incredible drive and directing it towards collaborative efforts that benefit everyone.
I like that. Okay, that's Aries. What about Taurus?
If your tikkun is in Taurus, you might wrestle with security issues and possessiveness.
Oh,
This often stems from a past life where material comfort was prioritized, potentially leading to overindulgence and fear of loss. The challenge for Taurus is to loosen their grip on possessions and embrace the abundance of the universe.
so it's about letting go of that fear of scarcity and trusting that they'll be provided for.
Beautifully put. shifting their focus from material accumulation to spiritual growth, and understanding that true security comes from within.
All right, makes sense. On to Gemini. What can you tell us about their Tikkun sign?
Those with a Tikkun in Gemini, they often struggle with duality and indecision. They might find themselves flitting from one thing to another, never fully committing or going deep. This stems from a past life tendency to scatter their energy, avoid making tough choices.
So it's about finding their true voice and purpose.
Exactly, and channeling all that Gemini energy into something meaningful.
Okay, I can see that. Next up is Cancer. What's their Tikkun journey all about?
If your Tikkun is in Cancer, you might be dealing with emotional vulnerability and a tendency towards mood swings.
Okay.
This often comes from past lives where emotional walls were built high, often as a defense mechanism against getting hurt.
So learning to trust again and allowing themselves to be vulnerable.
Exactly. It's recognizing that true strength lies in opening their hearts and embracing their emotions fully.
Okay, on to Leo. What does their Tikkun sign reveal about their challenges?
Those with a Tikkun in Leo often have a strong desire for recognition and validation. This comes from a past life tendency towards pride and seeking the spotlight.
So shifting their focus from me to we.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that true fulfillment comes from using their gifts to uplift others, not from seeking external validation.
Okay, now for Virgo. What does their Tikkun journey look like?
Those with a Tikkun in Virgo often grapple with perfectionism and a critical inner voice.
Oh, yeah.
This comes from a past life tendency to be overly analytical and judgmental of themselves and others. Their challenge is to learn to embrace imperfection and cultivate self-compassion.
So it's about loosening up a bit, learning to go with the flow.
That's a great way to put it. It's about appreciating the beauty of imperfection, recognizing that true worthiness comes from within, not from striving for some unattainable ideal.
All right, let's move on to Libra. What insights does their Tikkun sign offer?
If your Tikkun is in Libra, you might find yourself struggling with indecision and people-pleasing tendencies.
Makes sense.
This often comes from past lives where harmony and balance were prioritized, sometimes at the expense of their own needs.
So it's about finding that sweet spot between pleasing others and honoring themselves.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that true harmony comes from authenticity and self-respect, not from constantly trying to appease everyone around them.
Okay, next up we have Scorpio. What can you tell us about their Tikkun journey?
If your Tikkun is in Scorpio, you might be dealing with issues of control and a tendency towards intensity and drama.
Okay.
This often comes from past lives where emotions ran deep, sometimes leading to jealousy, possessiveness, and a fear of vulnerability.
So it's about letting go of that tight grip, allowing themselves to experience life more fully.
That's a great way to describe it. It's about surrendering to the flow of life and embracing their own vulnerability as a source of strength.
All right. What about Sagittarius? What does their Tikkun sign reveal?
Those with a Tikkun in Sagittarius, they often possess a restless spirit, a yearning for adventure. This stems from a past life tendency to seek knowledge and experience, but not always considering the consequences.
So it's about channeling that boundless energy into something that benefits not just themselves, but also the world around them.
Exactly. It's about finding a purpose that truly aligns with their soul's mission, using their gifts to make a positive impact.
Okay, on to Capricorn. What can you tell us about their Tikkun journey?
Those with a Tikkun in Capricorn, they might find themselves grappling with ambition, a tendency towards workaholism.
Say that.
This stems from a past life focus on achievement, often leading to neglecting their personal lives and emotional well-being.
So it's about finding joy outside of work, learning to prioritize their relationships, and self-care.
That's a great way to put it. It's recognizing that true success encompasses all areas of life, not just professional achievements.
All right. Last but not least, we have Pisces. What insights does their Tikkun sign offer?
Those with a Tikkun in Pisces, they're deeply sensitive, connected to the spiritual realm.
Oh, interesting.
This comes from a past life tendency towards idealism and escapism. Their challenge is to ground themselves in the present moment and use their intuition for good.
So it's about harnessing that dreamy Pisces nature and bringing it down to earth.
Beautifully said. It's about finding a practical outlet for their spiritual gifts, using them to heal and uplift others.
Wow, that was fascinating. It's incredible how each one offers such a unique perspective on our past life tendencies and the challenges we're meant to overcome in this lifetime.
It truly is. And now that we have a better understanding of each Tikkun sign, we can move on to the exciting part, helping our listener discover their own.
All right, listeners, Get ready to unlock your potential. Grab your birth date and let's dive into that table to find your Tikkun sign. If you were born between
January 22nd, 1901 and July 21st, 1902, your Tikkun sign is Scorpio.
So those born during that time, you're all about embracing those Scorpio themes we discussed, right? Intense emotions, that need for control. It's about channeling that energy in a positive direction.
It's about understanding that true power comes from within, from embracing vulnerability, letting go of that need to control everything.
If you were born between July 22nd, 1902 and January 15th, 1904,
Your Tikkun sign is Libra.
Libra, balancing that natural desire for harmony with asserting your own needs.
Exactly. Recognizing that you don't have to sacrifice your own needs to maintain peace, and that true harmony comes from authenticity and respect for both yourself and others.
Okay. If you were born between January 16th, 1904 and September 18th, 1905,
Your Tikkun sign is Virgo.
Virgo, this could mean you're on a journey of self-acceptance, letting go of those perfectionist tendencies.
It's about recognizing that true beauty lies in imperfection, and that our flaws are often what make us unique and special.
If you were born between September 19th, 1905 and March 30th, 1907,
Your Tikkun sign is Leo.
Leo, you might be working on those themes of finding true leadership, not through dominance, but through service.
It's about recognizing that true fulfillment comes from using our gifts to uplift and empower others, not from seeking external validation or praise.
Okay, for those born between March 31st, 1907 and September 27th, 1908,
Your Tikkun sign is Cancer.
Cancer, this could mean you're continuing to open your heart to love and trust.
It's about recognizing that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength, and that allowing ourselves to be truly seen and loved is one of the most courageous things we can do.
If you were born between September 28th, 1908 and March 23rd, 1910,
Your Tikkun sign is Gemini.
Gemini, this means you might be learning to focus all that amazing mental energy you have.
It's about finding that one thing that truly lights you up and committing to it wholeheartedly, using your communication skills and curiosity to make a real difference in the world.
Okay, if you were born between March 24th, 1910 and December 8th, 1911,
Your Tikkun sign is Taurus.
Taurus, this might mean you're working on those themes of letting go of possessiveness and embracing true abundance.
It's about recognizing that true security comes from within, from a deep knowing that the universe is abundant and always providing for us.
If you were born between December 9th, 1911 and June 6th, 1913,
Your Tikkun sign is Aries.
Aries, you might be learning to temper that fiery, independent spirit with a bit more patience and diplomacy.
It's about recognizing that we can achieve so much more when we work together, harnessing the power of many instead of always going it alone.
If you were born between June 7th, 1913 and December 3rd, 1914,
Your Tikkun sign is Pisces.
Pisces, this could mean you're grounding those amazing intuitive gifts of yours, bringing your spiritual insights into the real world.
It's about recognizing that our spiritual gifts are not meant to be kept hidden, but to be shared, to be used to heal and uplift others.
Okay, if you were born between December 4th, 1914 and May 31st, 1916,
Your Tikkun sign is Aquarius.
Aquarius, you might be working on integrating that independent, forward-thinking nature into a more collaborative approach. Remember, we're all interconnected, and our unique gifts are meant to be shared for the benefit of all.
It's about finding that balance between individuality and community, recognizing that we can achieve incredible things when we work together towards a common goal.
If you were born between June 1st, 1916 and February 13th, 1918,
Your Tikkun sign is Capricorn.
Capricorn, you might be on a journey of finding balance between your ambition and your personal life.
It's about recognizing that our well-being is just as important as our achievements, and that true fulfillment comes from finding harmony in all aspects of our lives.
If you were born between February 14th, 1918 and August 15th, 1919,
Your Tikkun sign is Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, this could mean you're channeling that adventurous spirit of yours into something truly meaningful.
It's about finding a purpose that ignites your soul and using your boundless energy to create positive change.
If you were born between August 16th, 1919 and February 6th, 1921,
Your Tikkun sign is Scorpio.
Scorpio, this means you may be on a journey of letting go of control and embracing vulnerability. It's about recognizing that true strength lies in surrendering to the flow of life and allowing yourself to experience the full range of human emotions.
It's about transforming those intense emotions into a source of power and depth in your relationships, allowing yourself to be truly seen and loved.
If you were born between February 7th, 1921 and August 23rd, 1922,
Your Tikkun sign is Libra.
Libra, you might be finding that delicate balance between pleasing others and honoring your own needs.
It's about setting healthy boundaries, communicating your needs clearly, and recognizing that everyone deserves to be treated with respect and kindness, including yourself.
If you were born between August 24th, 1922 and April 23rd, 1924,
Your Tikkun sign is Virgo.
a Virgo, you could be on a journey of self-acceptance, learning to embrace imperfection, letting go of that critical inner voice.
It's about recognizing that our imperfections are often what make us interesting and lovable, and that true beauty comes from within, from a place of self-acceptance and compassion.
Okay, if you were born between April 24th, 1924 and October 26th, 1925,
Your Tikkun sign is Leo.
Leo, you might be working on expressing your leadership qualities in a way that benefits the world.
It's about using your charisma and creativity to uplift and empower others, to shine your light brightly and illuminate the path for those around you.
If you were born between October 27th, 1925 and April 16th, 1927,
Your Tikkun sign is Cancer.
Cancer, you might be continuing to open your heart to love and trust. Remember, vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Let your warmth and compassion flow freely and watch as your life blossoms with love and connection.
It's about creating a safe and nurturing space for yourself and others to heal and grow, allowing yourself to experience the transformative power of love and forgiveness.
If you were born between April 17th, 1927 and December 28th, 1928,
Your Tikkun sign is Gemini.
Gemini, you might be learning to focus that amazing mental energy of yours into something truly meaningful.
It's about using your communication skills and your boundless curiosity to make a real difference in the world.
If you were born between December 29th, 1928 and July 7th, 1930,
Your Tikkun sign is Taurus.
Taurus, this might mean you're on a journey of discovering true abundance, letting go of possessiveness and embracing the flow of generosity in your life.
Remember, the universe is always providing for us. It's about trusting in that flow and recognizing that the more we give, the more we receive.
If you were born between July 8th, 1930 and December 28th, 1931,
Your Tikkun sign is Aries.
Aries, this means you could be working on those themes of balancing that fiery, independent energy with a bit more patience and diplomacy.
It's about harnessing that assertive energy and directing it towards a common goal. Working together, we can achieve so much more than we ever could alone.
Okay, if you were born between December 29th, 1931 and June 24th, 1933,
Your Tikkun sign is Pisces.
Pisces, you might be learning to ground your intuitive gifts and bring your spiritual insights into practical application.
Remember, the world needs your empathy and compassion. Don't be afraid to share your unique gifts and make a real difference.
Okay, if you were born between June 25th, 1933 and March 7th, 1935,
Your Tikkun sign is Aquarius.
Aquarius, you might be balancing that independent spirit with the importance of community and collaboration. Remember, we're all interconnected.
It's about working together towards a common goal, using our individual strengths to create a brighter future for everyone.
If you were born between March 8th, 1935 and September 14th, 1936,
Your Tikkun sign is Capricorn.
Capricorn, this could mean finding balance between your ambition and your personal life. Remember, true success encompasses all areas of life.
It's about nurturing your relationships, prioritizing self-care, and creating a life that feels fulfilling on all levels, not just professionally.
If you were born between September 15th, 1936 and March 3rd, 1938,
Your Tikkun sign is Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, this means you could be on a journey of discovering deeper meaning behind your adventures. It's about aligning your passions with a greater purpose and using your knowledge and experience to make a positive impact.
It's about transforming that thirst for knowledge into a force for good in the world, making each adventure a step towards a more fulfilling and purposeful life.
If you were born between March 4th, 1938 and September 12th, 1939,
Your Tikkun sign is Scorpio.
Scorpio, this means you may be on a journey of letting go of control and embracing vulnerability. Remember, true strength lies in surrendering to the flow of life and allowing yourself to experience the full spectrum of human emotions.
It's about transforming those intense emotions into a source of depth and connection in your relationships, allowing yourself to be truly seen and loved.
If you were born between September 13th, 1939 and May 24th, 1941,
Your Tikkun sign is Libra.
Libra, this could mean you're working on finding that sweet spot between honoring your own needs and creating harmonious relationships.
It's about setting healthy boundaries, communicating your needs clearly, and creating a space where both you and your loved ones can thrive.
If you were born between May 25th, 1941 and November 21st, 1942,
Your Tikkun sign is Virgo.
for Virgo, this means you might be on a journey of self-acceptance, learning to embrace imperfection and let go of that critical inner voice.
It's about recognizing that true beauty lies in our imperfection, and that we are all perfectly imperfect in our own way.
Okay, if you were born between November 22nd, 1942 and May 11th, 1944,
Your tick and sign is Leo?
Leo, you might be working on balancing that natural charisma with a bit more humility.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that true fulfillment comes from using our gifts to make a positive impact on the world, not from seeking external validation.
If you were born between May 12th, 1944 and December 12th, 1945,
Your tick and sign is Cancer.
Cancer, you might be on a journey of opening your heart to love and trust. After building some pretty high emotional walls in the past, remember, vulnerability isn't weakness. It's actually your superpower.
And remember, your sensitivity allows you to empathize with others on a deeper level. Don't be afraid to share your gifts of compassion and nurturing with the world.
If you were born between December 13th, 1945 and August 2nd, 1947,
Your tick-on sign is Gemini.
Gemini. This could mean you're focusing on channeling that amazing mental energy of yours into something truly meaningful.
Remember those swarming locusts? It's about transforming that scattered energy into a focused force that can create lasting change. Your communication skills and curiosity are your greatest assets. Use them wisely.
Okay, if you were born between August 3rd, 1947 and January 26th, 1949,
Your tick and sign is Taurus.
Taurus, you might be exploring the depths of true abundance and letting go of that need to control everything.
Remember, the universe is abundant and always providing for you. Trust in the flow, cultivate gratitude, and watch your life blossom.
If you were born between January 27th, 1949 and July 26th, 1950,
Your tick and sign is Aries.
Aries, you might be working on balancing that fiery, independent nature with the power of collaboration.
Remember, compromise isn't a sign of weakness. It's actually the key to achieving lasting success and building strong, harmonious relationships.
If you were born between July 27th, 1950 and March 28th, 1952,
Your tick and sign is Pisces.
Pisces, this could mean grounding those amazing intuitive gifts of yours, bringing your spiritual insights into the real world.
Remember, the world needs your empathy and compassion now more than ever. Don't be afraid to share your unique gifts and make a real difference.
If you were born between March 29th, 1952 and October 8th, 1953,
Your tick and sign is Aquarius.
Aquarius, you may be learning to integrate that independent, forward-thinking nature into a more collaborative and community-oriented approach.
Remember, we are all interconnected. By working together and supporting each other's dreams, we can create a brighter future for everyone.
If you were born between October 9th, 1953 and April 2nd, 1955,
Your tick and sign is Capricorn.
Capricorn, this could mean finding a better balance between your ambition and your personal life.
It's about recognizing that our well-being is just as important as our achievements, and that true fulfillment comes from finding harmony in all aspects of our lives.
If you were born between April 3rd, 1955 and October 3rd, 1956,
Your tick and sign is Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, this means you may be on a journey of discovering a deeper meaning and purpose behind your adventures and explorations.
Remember, your thirst for knowledge and experience can be a powerful force for good in the world. Embrace responsibility, make a commitment, and watch your impact soar.
Okay, if you were born between October 4th, 1956 and June 16th, 1958,
Your tick and sign is Scorpio.
Scorpio, this could mean learning to let go of control and embrace vulnerability.
Trust in the process of transformation and watch as your life unfolds in beautiful and unexpected ways.
If you were born between June 17th, 1958 and December 14th, 1959,
Your tick and sign is Libra.
Libra, you may be finding that delicate balance between pleasing others and staying true to yourself.
Remember, authenticity and self-respect are the foundation for healthy connections. Communicate your needs clearly and compassionately, and watch your relationships thrive.
If you were born between December 15th, 1959 and June 7th, 1961,
Your tick and sign is Virgo.
Virgo, this could mean embracing imperfection and letting go of that critical inner voice.
The world needs your gifts of precision and attention to detail. Use them to make a positive impact, and don't be afraid to let your light shine.
If you were born between June 8th, 1961 and December 22nd, 1962,
Your tick and sign is Leo.
Leo, you might be learning to express your natural leadership qualities in a way that serves something greater than yourself.
Use your charisma and creativity to inspire and uplift others, and watch as your impact ripples out far beyond your immediate circle.
If you were born between December 23rd, 1962 and August 24th, 1964,
Your tick and sign is Cancer.
Cancer, you may be working on opening your heart to love and trust. Remember, vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness.
Your sensitivity and nurturing nature are gifts to the world. Don't be afraid to share them and make a difference.
If you were born between August 25th, 1964 and February 18th, 1966,
Your Tikkun sign is Gemini.
Gemini, this could mean channeling that amazing mental energy of yours into something truly meaningful and lasting.
Remember, focus and perseverance are key to bringing your dreams to life. Find a purpose that resonates with your soul and watch your creativity blossom.
If you were born between February 19th, 1966 and August 18th, 1967,
Your Tikkun sign is Taurus.
Taurus, you might be exploring the depths of true abundance and letting go of that need to control everything.
Remember, the universe is abundant and always providing for us. Trust in the flow, cultivate gratitude, and watch your life blossom.
All right, if you were born between August 19th, 1967 and April 18th, 1969,
Your Tikkun sign is Aries.
Aries, you may be learning to balance that fiery, independent nature with the power of collaboration.
By working together and embracing the diverse perspectives of others, we can create a more just and harmonious world.
Okay, if you were born between April 19th, 1969 and November 2nd, 1970,
Your Tikkun sign is Pisces.
Pisces, this could mean bringing those dreamy visions of yours down to earth and finding practical ways to express your spiritual gifts.
The world is hungry for your creativity and empathy. Use them to heal, uplift, and inspire those around you.
If you were born between November 3rd, 1970 and April 27th, 1972,
Your Tikkun sign is Aquarius.
Aquarius, you may be learning to integrate that independent, forward-thinking nature into a more collaborative approach.
Remember, the world needs your visionary ideas and your commitment to social justice. Work together, embrace diversity, and let's create a brighter future for everyone.
Okay, if you were born between April 28th, 1972 and October 27th, 1973,
Your Tikkun sign is Capricorn.
Capricorn, this could mean finding a better balance between your ambition and your personal life.
Don't neglect your personal life in pursuit of professional success. Nurture your relationships, make time for self-care, and watch as your life flourishes.
If you were born between October 28th, 1973 and July 10th, 1975,
Your Tikkun sign is Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, you may be on a journey of channeling that boundless energy of yours into something meaningful and impactful.
Remember, true fulfillment comes from making a difference. Embrace responsibility, commit to your goals, and watch as your impact ripples out far and wide.
If you were born between July 11th, 1975 and January 7th, 1977,
Your Tikkun sign is Scorpio.
Scorpio, this could mean learning to embrace vulnerability and transform those intense emotions into a source of strength and depth in your relationships.
By surrendering to the flow of life and embracing the full spectrum of human emotions, you can experience a depth of connection and fulfillment beyond your wildest dreams.
Okay, if you were born between January 8th, 1977 and July 5th, 1978,
Your Tikkun sign is Libra.
Libra, you may be on a quest to balance your desire for harmony with the importance of asserting your own needs and desires.
Communicate your needs clearly and compassionately, set healthy boundaries, and watch as your relationships blossom into a beautiful dance of give and take.
If you were born between July 6th, 1978 and January 12th, 1980,
Your Tikkun sign is Virgo.
Virgo, this could mean embracing imperfection and letting go of that critical inner voice. Remember, you are worthy and lovable just as you are.
The world needs your gifts of precision and attention to detail. Don't be afraid to shine your light and make a difference.
If you were born between January 13th, 1980 and September 24th, 1981,
Your Tikkun sign is Leo.
Leo, you might be learning to express your natural leadership qualities in a way that serves something greater than yourself.
By shining your light brightly and embracing the power of collaboration, you can make a profound and lasting impact on the world.
If you were born between September 25th, 1981 and March 16th, 1983,
Your Tikkun sign is Cancer.
Cancer, this could mean continuing to work on opening your heart to love and trust. Remember, vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness.
The world needs your sensitivity and nurturing nature. Embrace your gifts and make a difference.
If you were born between March 17th, 1983 and September 10th, 1984,
Your Tikkun sign is Gemini.
Gemini, this means continuing to channel that amazing mental energy of yours into something truly meaningful.
Remember, focus and perseverance are key. Find a purpose that resonates with your soul and watch as your creativity blossoms.
If you were born between September 11th, 1984 and April 5th, 1986,
Your Tikkun sign is Taurus.
Taurus, you might be on a journey of letting go of possessiveness and embracing the abundance of the universe. Remember, true security comes from within, not from material possessions.
By cultivating gratitude and generosity, you can experience a depth of peace and contentment beyond your wildest dreams.
Okay, if you were born between April 6, 1986 and December 2nd, 1987,
Your tick sign is Aries.
Aries, this could mean learning to temper your fiery energy with patience and diplomacy.
By embracing compromise and working together, we can overcome any obstacle and create a brighter future for everyone.
If you were born between December 3rd, 1987 and May 22nd, 1989,
Your tick sign is Pisces.
Pisces, you may be continuing to work on grounding those intuitive gifts of yours and finding practical ways to express your spiritual insights.
By embracing the present moment and using your imagination to create a better world, you can experience a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment.
If you were born between May 23rd, 1989 and November 18th, 1990,
Your tick sign is Aquarius.
Aquarius, you might be continuing to balance your independent spirit with the importance of community and collaboration.
By working together and embracing diversity, we can achieve incredible things and make the world a more just and equitable place.
If you were born between November 19th, 1990 and July 31st, 1992,
Your tick sign is Capricorn.
Capricorn, this means you may be working on finding that sweet spot between your ambition and your personal life.
Make time for self-care, nurture your connections with loved ones, and watch as your life becomes more balanced and fulfilling.
If you were born between August 1st, 1992 and January 31st, 1994,
Your tick sign is Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, this means you might be continuing to channel that boundless energy of yours into something meaningful and impactful.
By aligning your passions with a greater purpose, you can experience a depth of fulfillment and make a lasting difference in the world.
If you were born between February 1st, 1994 and August 31st, 1995,
Your tick sign is Scorpio.
Scorpio, this means continuing to work on embracing vulnerability and transforming those intense emotions into a source of strength and depth in your relationships.
Remember, true intimacy requires authenticity and courage. Allow yourself to be truly seen and loved, and watch as your relationships transform in beautiful and unexpected ways.
Okay. If you were born between September 1st, 1995 and January 24th, 1997,
Your tick sign is Libra.
Libra, you may be continuing to find that delicate balance between pleasing others and staying true to yourself.
Communicate your needs clearly, set healthy boundaries, and watch as your relationships blossom into a beautiful dance of give and take.
If you were born between January 25th, 1997 and October 20th, 1998,
Your tick sign is Virgo.
Virgo, this means continuing to work on those Virgo themes of perfectionism and self-criticism. Remember, you are worthy and lovable just as you are.
The world needs your gifts of precision and attention to detail. Embrace your uniqueness and let your light shine.
If you were born between October 21st, 1998 and April 9th, 2000,
Your tick sign is Leo.
Leo, you might be learning to express your natural leadership qualities in a way that serves something greater than yourself. Remember, true leadership comes from a place of humility and generosity, not from a need to be in the spotlight.
By embracing the power of collaboration and sharing your gifts freely, you can make a profound and lasting impact on the world.
If you were born between April 10th, 2000 and October 11th, 2001,
Your tick sign is Cancer.
Cancer, this could mean continuing to open your heart to love and trust.
Your tick sign is Cancer.
Cancer, this could mean continuing to open your heart to love and trust. Remember, your emotional depth and sensitivity are gifts to be shared with the world. Allow yourself to experience the beauty and fullness of human connection and watch as your life flourishes.
By nurturing yourself and others with compassion and understanding, you can create a ripple effect of love and healing that will transform the world.
If you were born between October 12th, 2001 and April 10th, 2003,
Your tick sign is Gemini.
Gemini, you might be continuing to channel that amazing mental energy of yours into something truly meaningful and lasting. Remember, your communication skills and boundless curiosity are valuable assets in the world.
Find a purpose that resonates with your soul. Embrace focus and perseverance, and watch as your creativity takes flight.
Okay. If you were born between April 11th, 2003 and December 25th, 2004,
Your tick sign is Taurus.
Taurus, this could mean continuing to explore the depths of true abundance and letting go of any lingering possessiveness.
Remember, the universe is constantly providing for you. Trust in the flow, cultivate gratitude, and watch as your life is filled with joy and blessings.
If you were born between December 26, 2004 and June 20th, 2006,
Your tick sign is Aries.
Aries, this means you may be on a journey of balancing that fiery energy of yours with patience and diplomacy.
Remember, collaboration is key to achieving your goals and creating a more harmonious world. Temper your impulsiveness, consider the perspectives of others, and watch your leadership skills soar.
Okay. If you're born between June 21st, 2006 and December 18th, 2007,
Your tikkun sign is Pisces.
Pisces, you might be continuing to work on grounding those intuitive gifts of yours and finding practical ways to express your spiritual insights.
Remember, your creativity, empathy, and compassion are needed in the world. Don't be afraid to share your unique gifts and make a difference.
If you were born between December 19th, 2007 and August 21st, 2009,
Your tikkun sign is Aquarius.
Aquarius, you may be learning to balance your independent spirit with the importance of community and collaboration. Remember, we're all interconnected, and our unique gifts are meant to be shared. For the benefit of all, use your visionary ideas and your commitment to social justice to create a brighter future for everyone.
By working together and embracing diversity, we can achieve incredible things and make the world a more just and equitable place.
Okay. If you were born between August 22nd, 2009 and March 2nd, 2011,
Your tikkun sign is Capricorn.
Capricorn, this could mean continuing to find that sweet spot between your ambition and your personal life. Remember, true success encompasses all areas of life, including your relationships, health, and spiritual well-being. Nurture your connections with loved ones, make time for self-care, and watch as your life blossoms.
By cultivating a healthy work-life balance and prioritizing your own well-being, you can achieve lasting success and fulfillment.
If you were born between March 3rd, 2011 and August 29th, 2012,
Your tikkun sign is Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, this means you may be on a journey of channeling that boundless energy of yours into something meaningful and impactful. Remember, your thirst for knowledge and experience can be a powerful force for good in the world.
Embrace responsibility, make a commitment to your goals, and watch as your impact ripples out, far and wide.
Okay. If you were born between August 30th, 2012 and February 18th, 2014,
Your tikkun sign is Scorpio.
Scorpio, you might be continuing to work on embracing vulnerability and transforming those intense emotions into a source of strength and depth in your relationships. Remember, true intimacy requires authenticity and courage. Allow yourself to be truly seen and loved. And watch as your relationships transform in beautiful and unexpected ways.
By surrendering to the flow of life and embracing the full spectrum of human emotions, you can experience a depth of connection and fulfillment beyond your wildest dreams.
If you were born between February 19th, 2014 and November 11th, 2015,
Your tikkun sign is Libra.
Libra, this means you may be working on balancing your desire for harmony with the importance of asserting your own needs and desires. Remember, you don't have to compromise your authenticity to create loving relationships. Communicate your needs clearly, set healthy boundaries, and watch as your relationships thrive.
By embracing your own needs and desires, you can create more balanced and fulfilling relationships with others.
All right. If you were born between November 12th, 2015 and May 9th, 2017,
Your tikkun sign is Virgo.
Virgo, you may be continuing to embrace imperfection and let go of that critical inner voice. Remember, you are worthy and lovable just as you are. Channel that analytical mind of yours towards creative expression and problem solving, and watch as your confidence blossoms.
The world needs your unique perspective and your attention to detail. Don't be afraid to shine your light and make a difference.
If you were born between May 10th, 2017 and November 6th, 2018,
Your tikkun sign is Leo.
Leo, you may be working on balancing your natural charisma with a bit more humility. Remember, true leadership comes from a place of service and generosity, not from a need to be in the spotlight. Use your gifts and talents to uplift and inspire others, and watch your impact multiply.
By sharing your light freely and embracing the power of collaboration, you can make a real difference in the world.
All right, if you were born between November 7th, 2018 and May 4th, 2020,
Your tikkun sign is Cancer.
Cancer, you might be continuing to open your heart to love and trust. Remember, your emotional depth and sensitivity are gifts to be shared with the world. Allow yourself to experience the beauty of human connection, and watch as your life flourishes.
By creating a safe and loving space for yourself and others, you can experience the transformative power of vulnerability and compassion.
Okay, if you were born between May 5th, 2020 and January 18th, 2022,
Your tikkun sign is Gemini.
Gemini, you may be learning to channel that amazing mental energy of yours into something truly meaningful and lasting. Remember, your communication skills and boundless curiosity are powerful assets in the world. Find a purpose that resonates with your soul and watch your creativity blossom.
By embracing focus and perseverance, you can bring your brilliant ideas to life and create a positive impact.
If you were born between January 19th, 2022 and July 17th, 2023,
Your chicken sign is Taurus.
Taurus, you might be exploring the depths of true abundance and letting go of that need to control everything. It's about recognizing that true security comes from within, not from material possessions. Share your blessings with others and watch as your life is filled with joy and abundance.
By cultivating gratitude and generosity, you can experience a depth of peace and contentment beyond your wildest dreams.
All right. If you were born between July 18th, 2023 and January 11th, 2025,
Your chicken sign is Aries.
Aries, you may be working on those themes of balancing that fiery, independent nature with a bit more patience and a willingness to collaborate. Remember, the greatest achievements are often the result of teamwork and shared vision.
Temper your impulsiveness. Consider the needs of others and watch as your leadership skills blossom.
Okay. If you were born between January 12th, 2025 and July 26th, 2026,
Your chicken sign is Pisces.
Pisces, you might be continuing to find practical ways to express those amazing intuitive gifts of yours and bringing your spiritual insights into the real world. The world needs your creativity, empathy, and compassion. Don't be afraid to share your unique perspective and make a difference.
By embracing the present moment and using your imagination to create a better world, you can experience a depth of purpose and make a tangible difference.
If you were born between July 27th, 2026 and March 26th, 2028,
Your chicken sign is Aquarius.
Aquarius, you might be learning to balance that independent spirit of yours with the importance of community and collaboration. Remember, we are all interconnected. Our unique gifts are meant to be shared for the benefit of all. Use those visionary ideas and your commitment to social justice to create a brighter future for everyone.
By working together and embracing diversity, we can achieve incredible things and make the world a more just and equitable place.
Okay. If you were born between March 27th, 2028 and September 23rd, 2029,
Your chicken sign is Capricorn.
Capricorn, you could be working on finding that sweet spot between your ambition and your personal life. Remember, true success encompasses all areas of life. Make time for yourself, nurture those important relationships, and watch as your life blossoms.
Don't neglect your own well-being. In the pursuit of external achievements, inner peace and fulfillment are the ultimate goals.
If you were born between September 24th, 2029 and March 20th, 2031,
Your chicken sign is Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, you might be on a journey of channeling that boundless energy of yours into something truly meaningful and impactful. Remember, your thirst for knowledge and experience can be a powerful force for good in the world.
Embrace responsibility, make a commitment to your goals, and watch your impact ripple out.
Okay. If you were born between March 21st, 2031 and December 1st, 2032,
Your chicken sign is Scorpio.
Scorpio, you could be continuing to work on embracing vulnerability and transforming those intense emotions into a source of strength and depth in your relationships.
True intimacy requires authenticity and courage. Allow yourself to be truly seen and loved, and watch as your relationships transform in beautiful, unexpected ways.
If you were born between December 2nd, 2032 and June 3rd, 2034,
Your chicken sign is Libra.
Libra, this means you may be learning to balance your desire for harmony with the importance of asserting your own needs and desires. Remember, you don't have to compromise your authenticity to create loving relationships.
Communicate your needs clearly, set healthy boundaries, and watch your relationships thrive.
Okay. If you were born between June 4th, 2034 and November 29th, 2035,
Your chicken sign is Virgo.
Virgo, this could mean continuing to work on embracing imperfection and letting go of that critical inner voice. Remember, you are worthy and lovable just as you are. Channel that analytical mind of yours toward creative expression and problem solving.
The world needs your unique perspective and your dedication to excellence. Don't be afraid to shine your light and make a difference.
If you were born between November 30th, 2035 and May 29th, 2037,
Your chicken sign is Leo.
Leo, you might be continuing to express those natural leadership qualities in a way that benefits the world. Remember, true leadership comes from a place of humility and generosity, not from a need to be in the spotlight.
Use your charisma and creativity to inspire and uplift others. By embracing collaboration and sharing your gifts freely, you can make a profound and lasting impact.
Okay. If you were born between May 30th, 2037 and February 8th, 2039,
Your chicken sign is Cancer.
Cancer, you could be continuing to open your heart to love and trust. Remember, vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Allow yourself to experience the depth and beauty of human connection, and watch as your life is filled with warmth and compassion.
Your sensitivity and nurturing nature are gifts to the world. Embrace them and make a difference.
If you were born between February 9th, 2039 and August 9th, 2040,
Your Tikkun sign is Gemini.
Gemini. This means continuing to channel that boundless mental energy of yours into something truly meaningful and lasting. Remember, your communication skills and insatiable curiosity are valuable assets to the world.
Find a purpose that resonates with your soul. Embrace focus and perseverance and watch as your creativity soars.
Okay, if you were born between August 10th, 2040 and February 3rd, 2042,
Your Tikkun sign is Taurus.
Taurus, you may be working on those themes of true abundance, security, and letting go of possessiveness. Remember, the universe is constantly providing for you. Trust in the flow, cultivate gratitude, and watch as your life is filled with blessings.
By embracing generosity and releasing any fears of scarcity, you can experience a depth of peace and contentment that comes from knowing you are always supported and loved.
If you were born between February 4th, 2042 and August 18th, 2043,
Your Tikkun sign is Aries.
Aries, you might be working on balancing that fiery, independent spirit with a bit more patience and a willingness to collaborate. Remember, the greatest achievements are often the result of teamwork and shared vision.
Temper your impulsiveness, consider the needs of others, and watch as your leadership skills blossom.
Okay, if you were born between August 19th, 2043 and April 18th, 2045,
Your Tikkun sign is Pisces.
Pisces, this could mean continuing on that path of grounding your intuitive gifts and finding practical ways to express your spiritual insights. Remember, your empathy and compassion are powerful forces for healing and transformation in the world.
Don't be afraid to share your unique perspective and let your light shine.
If you were born between April 19th, 2045 and October 17th, 2046,
Your Tikkun sign is Aquarius.
Aquarius, you may be learning to balance your independent spirit with the importance of community and collaboration. Remember, we are all interconnected, and our unique gifts are meant to be shared for the benefit of all. Use your innovative ideas and your commitment to social justice to create a brighter future for everyone.
By working together and embracing diversity, we can create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive.
Okay, so now that you found your Tikkun sign, what does it all mean? What are we supposed to do with this information?
That's the exciting part. Understanding your Tikkun sign isn't about feeling limited or boxed in. It's actually about empowerment. It's about recognizing the patterns and tendencies you brought with you from past lives so you can consciously choose a different path.
So it's like having a cheat sheet to your soul's growth.
Exactly. It's like knowing the terrain of your inner landscape so you can navigate it more skillfully. Let's say your Tikkun sign is Taurus. You now know that one of your biggest challenges might be around possessiveness and security. But instead of seeing that as a negative thing, you can use that knowledge to be more mindful of those tendencies. You can choose to practice generosity and cultivate gratitude instead of clinging tightly to material possessions.
So it's about turning those potential weaknesses into opportunities for growth.
Precisely. By understanding your Tikkun, you're not just going through life on autopilot, you're becoming the conscious captain of your own ship.
This has been an incredible deep dive. We've explored the 10 plagues as inner struggles, learned about Kabbalah, and discovered the power of our Tikkun signs. But we don't want to just leave you with information.
We want to leave you with a challenge. If the plagues represent that distorted potential within each of us, what does it mean for you to escape Egypt and reach your own personal promised land?
What steps can you take starting today to overcome those internal plagues and unlock your true potential? Maybe it's about practicing more gratitude, setting healthy boundaries, or speaking your truth with courage. Whatever it is, trust that you have the power to make a difference.
Remember, the wisdom of Kabbalah and your Tikkun sign are powerful tools for self-discovery. Explore them further, delve deeper, and embrace the incredible journey of becoming your most authentic self.
Until next time, keep diving deep.